Match day 6. Wow. Match day 6 of the UEFA Champions League phase. Wow. But, I mean, personally, I can't believe it. It's gone so fast. Since I started these power rankings in September, they have flown by. October, November, December, Octubre, Noviembre, Diciembre, and we are now in December. Wow. Get the football decorations up, because it's only just beginning here with the Champions League as well. Now we do know which teams can qualify. Liverpool last week was the first team to officially qualify to the Champions League knockout round. So even if they did lose the next 3 games, even if they do lose the next 3 games, and if they do end up going into the playoffs, then they are at least guaranteed a place there. So they are the only side, Liverpool, that are not eliminated. They cannot be eliminated from this Champions League phase. Well, hello and welcome. Very unique ties here. Very strange games coming up. And, well, looking at the teams, some teams desperately need to have a win in this. Otherwise, they will get knocked out, which is scary to think. But that is what can happen, because this is how unique this league phase has become. So just like that, then, let's get straight underway and let's talk about number 36. Number 36, Slovan Bratislava, playing Atletico de Madrid away. Number 35, BSA Young Boys, last time out. Number 34, playing VfB Stuttgart away. Number 34, Bologna, last time out. Number 32, playing Benfica away. Number 33, Girona, last time out. Number 27, playing Liverpool at home. Number 32, SK Sturm Graz, last time out. Number 33, playing LOS Lille away. Number 31, Red Bull Leipzig, last time out. Number 30, playing Aston Villa at home. Number 30, Crvena Zvezda, last time out. Number 35, playing AC Milan away. Number 29, Red Bull Salzburg, last time out. Number 31, playing Paris Saint-Germain at home. Number 28, Sparta Prague, playing Feyenoord away. Number 26, VfB Stuttgart, last time out. Number 19, playing Young Boys at home. Number 25, Paris Saint-Germain, last time out. Number 26, playing Red Bull Salzburg away. Number 24, Dinamo Zagreb, last time out. Number 21, playing Celtic FC at home. Number 23, PSV Eindhoven, last time out. Number 25, playing Stade Brest away. Number 22, Club Brugge, playing Sporting Club de Portugal at home. Number 21, Celtic, last time out. Number 20, playing Dinamo Zagreb away. Number 20, Feyenoord, last time out. Number 24, playing Sparta Prague at home. Number 19, Atletico de Madrid, last time out. Number 23, playing Slovan Bratislava at home. Number 18, AC Milan, last time out. Number 17, playing Crvena Zvezda at home. Number 17, Stade Brestois, last time out. Number 16, playing PSV Eindhoven at home. So there are your number 36 to 17 list of this week's power rankings, which will be going at the bottom, number 36, Slovan Bratislava, all the way up to number 17 of Stade Brestois. Number 16, Benfica, last time out. Number 18, playing Bologna at home. You've seen him. You've heard him. You probably don't know who played for Benfica, but that just shows how much of a professional he is. Angel Di Maria pulled the strings, and he was the one that inspired Benfica to get that all-important 3 points. And, well, that just shows, to be fair, beating Monaco, very, very good win. And that is actually a statement win, I would say, for Benfica. The fact that Monaco haven't lost yet in this Champions League. Up steps Benfica and Di Maria. Thank you very much. 2 assists, 2 goals, 3 points. Not too shabby. Them 2 goals were from Atta Cabral and Zeki Amdouni, the former Burnley player, now loanee of Benfica from Burnley. But yeah, the goals were really easy over Benfica. You could see they carved Monaco up like a jacket potato. They were there carving them to shreds, and that is why Benfica did get that win, and that is why Benfica are in the top 16 for the first time since a couple of match days. Number 15, Aston Villa playing Red Bull Leipzig away. I mean, this instance should have been a goal. It should have been a goal from Morgan Rogers. It should have been 3 points for Aston Villa. However, it wasn't, because Juventus this time were playing mind games, and well, the mind games were to get a foul and then, well, to disallow the goal. That is exactly what Di Gregorio did. And, well, he fell down, the referee ended up giving it a foul, which meant the goal got disallowed, which I thought was very, very unfortunate there for Aston Villa. Aston Villa could have gone back there with their winning start, however, they did get a foul as well. Yeah, I mean, Juventus, coming from that game like that, where they had injuries galore, that was a very good result there for the Bianconeri. However, I think Aston Villa should have been better with a win. However, a draw isn't bad, but Aston Villa, I could see why they would be disappointed after this one. Number 14, Eloise Lille playing SK Sturm Graz at home. What a game this was for Ngaliel Macau. He scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals, and they were their first ever goals for Ngaliel Macau. The former Mechelen player stepped up onto the plate and beat Bologna by 2-1 as well. Lille's superb season in the Champions League continues. 10 points they have in 5 games. That means they are more or less through no matter what, either if it's going to be either in the playoffs or in the last 8. So, for Lille fans, start celebrating, because you have promising young talent. Obviously, you've got him that I said about Ngaliel Macau and co. You've obviously got Ayoub Bouhadi. There is a lot of players that Lille have that nobody knows about, and then they come out of the blue and become absolutely extraordinary. And well, this, hopefully for Macau, can be the start of something to come. Very unfortunate result for Monaco, as they did lose 3-2 to Benfica. However, the red card for Wilfried Singo affected the whole entire game, I thought. Monaco was steaming in control. I mean, even when it was 1-1, they were still in control. And then they got another goal, 2-1 to Monaco. Then you thought Monaco would go on and keep the 3 points, which if they would have won that game, Monaco, they would have been in an extraordinary position. In fact, if they would have won, they would have been up to 13th, which meant they would have been 2nd or 3rd in this Champions League. However, because of this loss, they are now 8th, which means they're still in the top 8 no matter what. So, it's happy days for Monaco, but they do have tough fixtures coming up, including the likes of Arsenal, Villa and Inter Milan, which may potentially lose every game. The weakness for Monaco for this is every goal was preventable. Every goal that Monaco conceded, I thought, was preventable. Most of the goals, it was Di Maria crossing to either get a head on it and then someone would score. If it was Pavlidis, if it was Zeki Amdouni, they had their head right there thanks to the crosses that Di Maria and, well, the other Benfica players made for that goal. So, I can see why Monaco would be really, really annoyed with that. However, this loss is a bad loss if we want to get into the top 8, but it's not the end result. But for Benfica, this was a brilliant win. Number 12, Real Madrid. Last time out, number 7, playing Atalanta away. Who else thought after 5 games of this Champions League, Real Madrid would be 12th in my power rankings? Certainly not me. But Real Madrid this season in the Champions League have been really, really poor. And well, the performances show. Last time, match day 4, they lost 3-1 at home to AC Milan, who aren't particularly the greatest AC Milan side under Paulo Fonseca, but they lost in a demeaning manner against AC Milan. Then going to Anfield, a stadium which you're not supposed to win. I mean, not a lot of teams beat Liverpool in a European game. However, they just got bodied. They just got dismantled. The mighty Real Madrid, Los Blancos, which is supposed to be the best club in the world, la mejor en el mundo, the best club in the world, or la mejor club en el mundo, they just ended up rubbish. They were off it. I mean, they did have a load of injuries. Obviously, at the likes of Eder Militao, Phil Mendy, Vinicius Jr., that were all injured, but they were absolutely diabolical. And Real Madrid seemed to beat Liverpool a lot, but they didn't do today. They didn't do this game. And if Real Madrid want to if Real Madrid want to qualify into the top 8, which was their aim at the start of the season, they have to win every single game, because they're currently 24th in this league phase. That is very bad. That is very bad there for Los Blancos. And if they lose one more game, they are in fear of not even qualifying into the last 16, which for Real Madrid would be absolutely massive. The 15-time champions not even being in the knockout rounds. That is very, very bad. So I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti, I'm sure Florentino Perez will get it all sorted, but Real Madrid at the minute are not in a good place. That is why they are 12th in my power rankings. Number 11, Sporting Club de Portugal. Last time out, number 9, playing Club Brugge away. I don't know how Sporting are like this, but since Ruben Amorim left to join Manchester United, they have been embarrassing. Sporting Club de Portugal, put it that way. Since, Ruben Amorim left, they've lost the last 3 in 4. That includes, obviously, a 5-1 drubbing against Arsenal, a 1-0 loss at home to Santa Clara, and a 2-1 loss to Moreirense. In fact, it's that bad, they are already called for João Pereira, the assistant manager to Ruben Amorim, to get sacked. They're either saying it's either going to be the Porto manager, I can't think of his name, or João Pereira. But all I do know is they're in a ruined place now. If Benfica win, they go above them in the league, which, Sporting fans did not expect, but they just haven't really been great. They did, in fact, in my opinion, underestimate Arsenal a bit. Obviously, following that 4-1 win against Manchester City, hopes were high, spirits were high. I even put Sporting Club de Portugal 9th, one place below the top 8. But they just disintegrated. Arsenal scored in the 5th minute, similar to Manchester City. However, after then, they just went to rubbish. Actually, in fact, Arsenal scored in the 7th minute. But then they just disintegrated with goals from Kai Havertz and Gabriel, finishing the game off. 3-0, game over. And then you obviously had Gonçalo Inácio, Bukayo Saka, and Leandro Trossard that scored the 5th goal there for Arsenal. So, Arsenal were in dreamland for this, but the likes of Victor Gyökeres, the likes of Martin Hjulmand, Marcus Edwards, Francisco Chinchao, this was a bad loss, and this was a loss that, somebody had to take responsibility. The answer is who? Number 10, Juventus. Last time out, number 12, playing Manchester City at home. I said this about Aston Villa. The fact that Juventus, only with 6 players on the bench, managed to get a result and keep a clean sheet away to Aston Villa is pretty impressive. However, I do think Juventus should have lost with that goal. But forgetting about that, they had injuries. They had key injuries. And they had injuries because they only had 6 players on the bench. And with them 6 players, the 6 players didn't really come on, but they still made they made an impact for Juventus. And they even had chances to win the game, including one chance, I believe, in the 63rd minute, which Francisco Conceição missed, but it was a fantastic save from Emiliano Martinez. Conceição had a chance to make it 1-0 to the Bianconeri, which meant Juventus probably would have won the game. However, he went, headed it, Then Emiliano Martinez, doing what he does, did a fantastic save in the net to stop that ball from going in. And that gave Aston Villa more confidence going into the game, and that is why Aston Villa could have won the game. But they didn't. But for Juventus, I'd hold their head high after that performance, because they gave one hell of a shift, Thiago Motta's men. Considering there were some backlash after that, because they wanted to get the win instead of the draw, I do think, with the injuries that they had, it was a very good result. It's a very good result. They have Manchester City next at home. I think Juventus will fancy the chances against Manchester City, especially the fact that it's away in Turin. If it were at the Etihad, then maybe Manchester City would have had more of an advantage. However, because it is at home, it is at the Allianz Stadium, I believe Juventus could have a chance to shock their opponents. Number 9, Manchester City. Last time out, number 4, playing Juventus away. Manchester City are in a crisis, just simple as that. No other side have bottled a 3-0 lead at home in the Champions League. In comes Manchester City, as they conceded 3 goals in 15 minutes to make that game turn from 3-0 up until the 75th minute to 3-3 at the Etihad. And, I mean, I could understand if they did it to a likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, a bigger club compared to the rest. Drawing to Feyenoord at home isn't good. And the fact that, well, they conceded 3 made it even worse for Pep Guardiola's men, as they have to find out something. Because playing Manchester City, they are very brittle. If I had a very good attack, I would fancy our chances going up against this Manchester City defence. I mean, I don't know how they've gone. I mean, they've got Ruben Dias back, which does help them a lot. But it just hasn't worked with the likes of, obviously, Diaz, Ake, Akanji, Joshko Gvardiol. It hasn't helped them. And it doesn't help for Manchester City how Pep Guardiola keeps changing the team. He has to change the team because the defence is that bad. But the fact that he keeps changing them may be a fact why they're not doing that great. And they aren't doing that great. Manchester City have only won 1 game in 9, and that 1 game was against Nottingham Forest midweek, so that was a good win versus Citizens. But I find what Manchester City are doing is, I think there's more issues than answers. You've obviously got Rodri, you've got Ruben Dias, who didn't play a load of games. That is affecting them. I think the 115 charges that they have is also affecting them on and off the pitch. That is why Manchester City are struggling. And if there's any time to play Manchester City, it's now. Because Manchester City are in a little crisis. The title's over, so for Manchester City, it's just getting into that top 4 now. In the Premier League. For the Champions League, they want to get into the top 8. They've been struggling in that. They're 17th in the Champions League, Manchester City. They should not be 17th in the Champions League, but well, there you are. Because they've been that bad. So, if you're bad, that's what you get, really. But Manchester City at the minute are not in a great place. Similar to Real Madrid, they're in a little crisis of their own. Number 8, Atalanta. Last time out, number 11, playing Real Madrid at home. This game against Young Boys for Atalanta was all Charles de Ketelaere. That was all I'm going to say. 2 goals and 3 assists. 5 goals involvements in 6 goals for La Dea. That's good. That is very good. Atalanta are in a very, very good mood under Gianpiero Gasperini. That Europa League win, in fact, has helped them be a better team in this Champions League, as they are rocking and rolling. They are top of the Serie A, 35 points, rocking and rolling, top of the Serie A. They are doing really well in the Champions League, by the way. That result against Celtic was probably the only bad result that Atalanta really had. Because the rest of their results, they are doing really good. We've got 11 points. They're rocking and rolling in the Serie A. 34 points. Life cannot get any better for Gianpiero Gasperini's men. And in fact, I think they are the team to watch in this year's Champions League. Atalanta. You've obviously had all the hype around Bayer Leverkusen. You've had all the hype around Munich. You've got all the hype around PSG and all that. But I think the overall team to watch is Atalanta, because I do think they can be a banana skin for a load of teams in this Champions League. I think Atalanta could have a really, really good run. And I believe they could get to the semi-finals, possibly quarter-finals, because they have the team, they have the depth to compete with the likes of Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, in my opinion. It's how good I think La Dea can be, and that is how good I think La Dea are. Number 7, Borussia Dortmund. Last time out. Number 8, playing Barcelona at home. Borussia Dortmund, always a weird team. They are a team that tend to do really bad in the Bundesliga, but in the Champions League, they show the best of themselves, as they did have a dominant win away in Zagreb. They won by 3-0, and it helped how Jamie Gittins got on the score sheet. He hasn't had an England call-up yet. I think he should. I think this should be the year under Thomas Tuchel where Jamie Byron Gittins gets a start for the England team, because I think he deserves it. He scored 4 goals in his last 4 games, 5 goals involvements. He's the man. He's the man there for the Schwarzgelben. He is the man. Jamie Byron Gittins. So Jurassi getting back onto form, scoring then goals, coming up clutch. They have Barcelona at home, which I think will be a real test to see how good they really can be against Borussia Dortmund's former nemesis of Hansi Flick and Barcelona's high line. Number 6, Bayern Munich. Last time out. Number 10, playing Shakhtar Donetsk away. It was simple, really, for Bayern Munich. They dominated PSG at home in a game where they had to win. Bayern Munich, they struggled in the Champions League. They lost their last 2 games against Aston Villa and Barcelona. This was the time to come back and shine. They did beat Benfica 1-0. However, they wanted to have a statement win, and this was a statement win for Bayern Munich. And this was a win to show we are still competing. We are still here in the Champions League. We want to get a position in the top 8. Like I said, Bayern Munich did struggle with games, including losing to Barcelona by 4-1 against their former manager. But they've come back in style. They've been lucky, however. I mean, Jamal Musiala scored a goal against Benfica. Kim Min-jae scored a goal against Paris Saint-Germain. But they're getting the results. They're getting the result that they need, Bayern Munich. And, well, you could see in this game how they acted together once they got that goal. Kim Min-jae and Derek Upamecano. They didn't act. They were a bit rubbish last season, so they are finally getting the credit now that they have deserved, especially Kim Min-jae. He is a player that I've always rated highly. I do think he can be one of the best centre-backs in the world on his day. He's not showed it by Munich in the minute, but this goal shows that he has that confidence to potentially be that best centre-back in the world. But yeah, it was simple. It was simple, quite relaxing. Bayern Munich were comfortable with that win, whereas for Paris Saint-Germain, they are knackered now. Number 5, Bayer Leverkusen, playing Inter Milan at home. Florian Wirtz and Alejandro Grimaldo as something else. A different gravy, as they absolutely dominated Red Bull Salzburg, and that is expected. Red Bull Salzburg haven't been great this season. They've only got 3 points in the league, so that says it all. And RB Salzburg expected to lose this game, but it was the manner how they won. They were together, collectively, the team, scoring goals, having fun. It was like a training session for Bayer Leverkusen. Once they scored that goal in the 5th minute, they were never going to, well, come back Red Bull Salzburg, as they were in complete control of the entire game. With goals for Bayer Leverkusen from Alejandro Grimaldo, Florian Wirtz twice, Patrick Schick once, and a goal from Alex Garcia. But for Patrick Schick, that will make him the world of good. In fact, after that game, he did score a goal against Union Berlin to win the game 2-1. So that is good from him. And you can see Bayer Leverkusen are looking like they're going to be a deadly team in this Champions League. And if they can keep Florian Wirtz, and if they can keep Grimaldo, if they can keep Patrick Schick fit, and if they can keep that midfield fit, then they will certainly be one to watch to potentially win that all-important Champions League trophy. Number 4, Arsenal. Last time out. Number 6, playing AS Monaco at home. This was Arsenal at their best. In fact, I will say I think this was their best performance of the season, as they dismantled Sporting Clube de Portugal, a team that, forgetting this game, had not lost a league game in a year and a half. They dominated them from minute 1 to minute 90, and they never looked like they would lose the game. Ever since the goal that they scored in the 7th minute, they did not look like they were going to lose the game. And that goal from Gabriel to make it 3-0 was pretty much the nail in the coffin for Sporting's hopes in this Champions League game. That is why Sporting went down, Arsenal went up. This is the first time, I believe, for ages that Arsenal have gone up the power rankings to the 4th spot. Because they are a good team. On the day, they can be a really, really good team. And the fact that they've got Martin Odegaard back makes it a whole lot better and makes that cycle between him and Bukayo Saka click a lot easier. Number 3, Barcelona playing Borussia Dortmund away. This will be an absolute belter of a game, Barcelona v Borussia Dortmund. But forgetting that for a second, let's talk about Robert Lewandowski scoring 100 goals in the Champions League. He's the 3rd player in the UEFA Champions League history to score 100 goals. Messi and Ronaldo have only scored more than Robert Lewandowski. That is very impressive, as Barcelona beat up Stade Brestois. They absolutely, Stade Brestois had no chance. They had no chance to compete with the likes of Barcelona, and that was Stade Brestois' first proper game, to be fair. They did have Bayer Leverkusen at home, drew 1-1, but this was a game where Barcelona tested Stade Brestois, and Barcelona was the first elite team they faced, and they failed, and it was expected that they did, as they lost 3-0. Robert Lewandowski was the person who was influential in Barcelona's win. They have struggled, however, Barcelona recently. That is mainly, though, because of Lamine Yamal. However, when Lamine Yamal played against Real Betis, they did draw 2-2, conceding 2 late goals. So they are struggling a little bit, Barcelona, but they can win. And this game against Borussia Dortmund may not help them. However, it may also do if Barcelona win this game, which would be massive for them and massive for them qualifying in that top 8 position. Number 2, Inter Milan playing Bayer Leverkusen away. Sneaky contender in this Champions League could be Inter Milan, as they have been, one word, solid. They have been solid. They are, in fact, the only club in this Champions League to not concede a goal in 5 UEFA Champions League games. So, out of the 5 games they have played, they have not conceded yet 1 goal. That is impressive. That is very impressive. And that is a task that I will clap, because that is very impressive. They did get the win, however, from an own goal against RB Leipzig from Castilla Lucaba, which, teams cannot be 1-0 down against Inter Milan. If you're 1-0 down, that's game done. That is game done. They will set up and park the bus, and they will get a result, which that is what Inter Milan are good at. They are good at parking the bus. They are good at defending to get a result. Against Arsenal, same happened. They scored a goal. Hakan Çalhanoğlu a penalty. Second half, Arsenal had more shots, but Inter Milan sat back and defended, and then they got the result. So that is impressive in its own right, and that just shows how dominant Inter Milan are. They are like a stereotypical Italian side that are very, very hard to break down. And in the Champions League, if you want to win it, you have to have a good defence, and that is exactly what Inter Milan have. So, if Inter Milan want to win the Champions League, they'll have to defend more against the high-quality teams and not concede any goals like they are doing right now. So that means for the second consecutive week of this power rankings, number 1, Liverpool Football Club playing Girona away. This absolutely pains me to say, but at the minute, Liverpool do look like they're the best team in Europe. The way how they play, the way how they can get things done, Arne Slot has made Liverpool more solid. Under Jurgen Klopp, they were still a good side, but they were leaky at times. Under Arne Slot, once they score, the game is done and they can get another. That is the scary thing about playing Liverpool. They will haunt you and they will torment you when you're playing them. Against Real Madrid, they were petrified, Real Madrid, against this Liverpool team. Absolutely petrified. The 15-time European champions were petrified to come to Anfield to face Real Madrid. And that is exactly that. And what helps then is how their backup players are absolutely amazing. Kelleher, brilliant goalkeeper, saved a penalty against Kylian Mbappe, which is impressive as it is. Conor Bradley, amazing. What a tackle he made on Kylian Mbappe. That was what started the downfall of Real Madrid that game, when Conor Bradley made that ferocious tackle, Virgil van Dijk-esque tackle on Kylian Mbappe. That is when you could sense that hang on, the atmosphere is brewing. This is not what we want if we are Real Madrid. And, well, Liverpool paid off with that. And Alexis McAllister scored the first goal. And then Cody Gakpo scored the second. But Liverpool always look comfortable that game. And that is a danger. That is a scary four. They're on 5-on-5. They've won every single game. And they look like they're going to win 8 from... They're going to look like they're going to win 8 from 8 in this Champions League, which if they do, they will certainly be ones to watch and certainly be one of the favourites to lift that Champions League trophy in Munich. Now, that was one hell of a Champions League power rankings to tell you, folks. As just like that, then, I will get going. I will go. See you soon. Stay safe. I'll be talking to you a lot then in the next one. See ya, and bye-bye.